She was a very nice she-cat, just wandering around. The new leader, Larkstar, didn't really care about anybody. His little brother, Darkpaw, and his little princess, forgot his name, but he doesn't care about anybody in the clan. She wanted to become leader because she don't care. Obsidian'stone just wanted to have kids and see what it feels like to become a mother. She couldn't have that feeling. Her vines on her legs just made it feel like it was a weak walk to just get some water. The clan had no food left because of ThunderClan. ThunderClan almost is a half extinct, and some kind Larkstar likes that. He won't be happy when all the clans are gone. Then he won't be able to start a war. But Cobblestone Obsidian'stone just admired walking, just avoids her leader. She doesn't care what her leader says. She just wanted a mate and someone to look after her, or to have a kid, probably 3. She just wants to become a mother. She always wanted to become a mother. Her mother died because of Larktail before he became leader, when she was just a kid. It was very sad, but she got used to it. She drinks the water carefully without nobody interrupting her.
Are they named our junior?
Then suddenly she hears a noise. She looks up and looks to the sides. She thought it was nothing, but she saw some moss. Maybe the medicine cat can have some. She trotted over to it. Halfway in the water, she found lots and lots of moss that she could bring back. She was hopping and running back and forth to the camp. She couldn't feel her legs a little, but she knew it was for the best. As she became a medicine cat, she wanted to be able to have the feeling of kittens. She knew the story about Leaf Pool and that story. She doesn't believe in it. She thinks medicine cats can have kids. She dropped the moss down and the medicine didn't headed out. She crouched down and looked at Larkstar, had a meeting with She was late. She didn't want to get in trouble, so she sat down next to the medicine cat, Gray Stripe.
I'll put those spells on you.
Unfortunately, Deputy Fur has left us in a battle of chase. I should choose a new deputy. Oh, all right, Dark Death Shade said. The she-cat just looking down at her paws. He scanned the crowd carefully, looking for a new deputy. As if he found one. She changed to Rogue because she thought it was a little better than a Shadow Clan. She always wanted to know what it felt like to just have somebody around with her. She was just climbing a few blocks until she saw the cat with the collar. She quickly jumped off. She doesn't like cat with the collars or bananas. She quickly went over to this black and white one. That sounds friendly. Web Dust. He kind of looked it a little off, but she kind of admired the colors on him. She quickly raced outside to see a very cat similar to her, instead with a stub and smaller. She quickly ran away and just jumped on the barn barrels. She finally found some catmint. Now, she knew what this will do. If she kind of ate it, it'll fix her belly aches. But she doesn't have a belly ache. Her claws aren't sharpening. digging into the ground, feeling so nice. She wanted to explore when she found berries laying on the ground. She quickly picked them up and knew what these were: death berries. Berries that can kill you automatically. She was very afraid to chew on them, so she just picked up the stick. She knew some berries were nice enough to eat, but nope, these ones were death berries. She remembers the smell because she was always used to visit the medicine den in ShadowClan as a kid with her brother until he died from war, which was deputy for. She missed him very much, but she knew he was looking after her. She can't stop thinking about him. That's why she moved. But when she heard monsters, she suddenly seen a monster pass by. She quickly backed away a little bit. Then when she saw the pure cloud, she ran across it, jumping on top of a very high mountain, running up on it. She knew she could find a shelter for tonight up here. Jumping all the way to the top, she found a nice good spot to look over at. She knew that StarClan was up there, not up here. She always wondered if her brother would visit her in her dreams, but she knew he wouldn't, because she always knew he would just give her a little sign or nudge her off the cliff, if anything. She found somewhere nice to sleep for a little bit and just decided to sleep on the boulder or the mountain. But then she saw the mountain lit up a little. She knew this was a sign. She could feel it, so she quickly got up and started heading off of it. She knew where she was going. She had to go there. She used to visit there as an apprentice with her brother. They used to always run away from the clan and go to the Moonstone to see their mother. But she knew there was something else she wanted. She wanted an answer of what her past would be, or her new life being a rogue. She knew what they wanted and see what happened to these berries. She quickly put them on the Moonstone and just wait there. It's been a few hours until, even if it took an hour or even more to just get these. She found a nice comfy place to sleep and decided to go there. After all this running around, she went behind the Moonstone on a nice comfy place of stone. She curled herself up and slept. Now, she always thought that she could do her normal life again, but ShadowClan has fallen. When Larkstar died from green cough, she didn't want to catch it, but she thought those berries are special, blessed by StarClan. A few moments later, she heard a very big scratch on the Moonstone. She quickly got up and started running. The bears are still there, but she didn't see any claw marks on the Moonstone or anything. She picked up the berries and left the Moonstone, knowing that something was wrong with these berries. She went back to the barn. When she reached the barn, she quickly knew she was going up on the top. She knew how to do it for a couple of times, but knew that it was very hard to get up. She finally managed to get up and started to look around, but then she noticed that the bears weren't that poisonous after all, but they've been having some sort of magic to them that they weren't poisoned anymore, that smell that she used to smell. She jumped off the barn and ran somewhere to eat these in private without a rogue or someone watching her. She was shy here after all. She went behind a bush and lay down. Either knew she was not that afraid, but even though she's a big grown she cat, she still was afraid of these barn cats, and she's new here. She quickly eat the herbs. She found a very serious pain in her stomach that she couldn't walk. She was crouching, and then suddenly she collapsed to the ground. Collapsed. Knowing that she did something wrong with those berries, but she didn't know what to do. She was thinking that StarClan might save her, but she was running out of breath. She felt like she was trying to move herself, but she couldn't. She knew no one could see her from this far, and she was wondering why she didn't go too close to the barn for someone to see her and just look at her. She knew she was still alive. She was still a little bit of breathing, but it was hard. As she noticed night was falling, she knew this was the end of her life. She thought she couldn't get up, but knew that she had to in order to get to the stars. Her body didn't want to get up though, so she relaxed until she almost fades away.